This video is for you if you're an avid crocheter and you've got someone in your life that is neurodivergent and you're thinking about introducing them to crochet. This video is also for you if you are neurodivergent, suspect you're neurodivergent, and you're kind of been experimenting with crochet and aren't quite sure if you're ready to dive in or not. My views are not going to completely represent the entire neurodiverse community, so please don't think that I speak for everyone out there. But what I can share with you is a few good reasons why I think crochet is the perfect hobby for neurodivergent people. Let me explain. Number one, stimming. So if you need something to do with your hands and your mind, crochet is a really great way to stim out and about with the neurotypical people. Now, yes, some people might look at you and still think you're a little bit odd for crocheting in public, but it is also a very recognizable activity. And if you're someplace that you don't really feel like you can unmask and totally be yourself, crochet is a great thing to do with your hands. I personally have a ton of road and travel anxiety, and I always have crochet in the car with me. It really helps me focus my mind. I'm counting my stitches, my hands are moving, and it leaves a ton less room for coming up with the worst case scenarios available. Another really great thing about crochet, it is a special interest treasure trove. And what I mean by that is there is unlimited information out there regarding crochet, learning about yarns, searching for patterns. Like, there are so many websites, there's so many groups, there's so many blogs, there's so many YouTube videos. And if you want to dive headfirst and learn everything about crochet as fast as you can because you're totally obsessed, then it's all available. It's out there for you. You can go as fast as you like. You're not waiting on a club or something like that, or a class to walk you through the steps and going and waiting and all of that stuff. You are literally free to dive in and enjoy at your own pace. I also found the internet extremely helpful because while my crochet tutor was helping me learn the basic stitches, she had me working on like some dishcloths and some just basic things, which I did need to learn. But I really didn't have that like spark and that overwhelming desire to crochet until I found a couple projects that just really lit me up inside. One was a pumpkin, and I know that sounds silly, but this was like during the fall, and I'm definitely a fall girl. So one was a pumpkin by Melanie Ham, and I will link that video even though it has no relevance to anything, just because it was like the first crochet project I completed. I did it on my own, and I got to surprise my crochet tutor by giving her one of these pumpkins. So first big success for me there. And from there, I found like a garland or a pennant that was pumpkin pie slices. And I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't even following a pattern. I was just going off of the photo and just kind of went nuts with it. And it was fun for me. The first one I made did not turn out super great. I have since revisited it and made one a little bit better. But it didn't matter. For me, it was just finding a project that really brought out just my creative side, and it was just like a project so specifically my interests that I became obsessed with crochet. Like I said, there is an endless supply of information, so you can learn it as fast as you want, and you can consume as much content as you want. And along those same lines, it is such an amazing opportunity if you have multiple special interests to combine them into one. Maybe you absolutely love Star Wars. There's a million Star Wars amigurumi out there. Maybe you love going to Renfest and dressing up in Lord of the Rings inspired clothes. There's patterns out there. Whatever your special interests might be, there is definitely going to be a crossover with crochet. So it is absolutely amazing way to combine like literally all of the things you love into one. If it seems like I'm going super fast, it's because this is the second time I filmed this. The first time there was way too much lawnmower noise going on, and when I was going back to edit the video, I had a huge glob of hair sticking way up and out the side of my head, and it was even so distracting I could not focus on it myself while editing. Unfortunately, this video might be going way faster and end up being way shorter than I originally intended on it because I think I've already said the things that I'm not saying. Going back to stimming, if you are crocheting for a neurodivergent person, did you know there's actually tons of patterns out there where you can make crochet fidgets? Or if you're wanting to make some fidgets for yourself, there's out there, and there are patterns and there are a lot of them available. And back to special interests again. So if you are enjoying collecting, I have enjoyed collecting yarn for several years now. That's what we call a yarn stash. And it is a really great way to look at the things you love. And for the most part, yarn isn't terribly expensive. So if you're comparing it to like a licensed action figure, for example, yarn is generally going to be less expensive. So it is something that you can collect and is a little bit easier to, find just at stores, and it's not a huge investment. And not only do you get to collect it, you get to organize it and you get to display it, which are super fun, especially since yarn is such a tactile thing, and you can really enjoy like placing it and touching it, and you can coordinate it by colors. Maybe you want to do rainbow, maybe you want to do monochrome. It doesn't matter. You can literally display it in absolutely any way that gives you dopamine. Now let's get practical. I have such a hard time with clothes that pull and tug, or like have a seam in a weird space, or have a tag. Like that is me. Things are a sensory nightmare for me. And I think that crochet is fabulous because if you're enjoying making wearables, it gives you the opportunity to personalize them in such a way that you can pick out yarns that are incredibly soft and that really like nurture you and feel cozy and feel good. And you don't have to just get by with whatever fabric happens to be popular or cheap or whatever. You can make your clothes stuff that really feels good for you. There are a lot of different yarn constructions as far as like the way it's spun that feel different. Some of them feel real light and airy. Some they're composed of different materials, so like a cotton or 100% polyester, they can just feel completely different. Some feel real like smooth and silky, and others have like fun bumpy texture. Like there's so much that you can personalize these fibers with. And then as far as the construction of the garment, you can take a pattern, and if you want the sleeves a little bit shorter or longer, or you want the length of it to be longer or shorter, there are so many opportunities for you to easily modify a pattern to make it fit you the best and really fit your needs as far as what's going to make you feel comfortable and confident. I really hope I didn't leave anything out this second time. I feel like I really cut to the chase. I appreciate you talking yarn with me today, and as a reminder, I think you know this, but I mean this video with the most respect and love, and hope that it can help you if you are trying to figure out if crochet is a great hobby for you or a loved one. If you are someone who is neurodivergent and you have any other tips and any other reasons why crochet is so fabulous, please leave them in the comments. I would love to read that. But as always, thank you so much for talking yarn with me. Bye.